On this episode, we talk about baseball apps.
And we break down Dan's pitching mechanics.
All right, Brent Porcio, Stephen Godani here at the @TopVelocity hashtag Pitch Tips Show, where you go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, @TopVelocity hashtag Pitch Tips, hashtag Baseball Tips. Ask you guys to mention the show. Talk about the Pocket Radar. Partner up with the Pocket Radar because we use it a lot, and I really like the guys at the Pocket Radar. I like what they're doing, and they gave us a little discount for my viewers. So want to tell you a little bit about it. What we do is highly recommend that you use this to gun all your med and target throws in the 3x, 2x programs, because you won't know if you're progressing if you're not measuring. We don't want to guess, we want to test, right? So make sure that you are gunning those throws. These are great throws that you don't have to worry about trying to always push yourself too hard with a radar gun and you're going to hurt yourself. These are low stress throws, really emphasize the lower half, which is going to reduce a lot of torques in the arm, so you can actually push yourself. And then you can use this. You get to a good intensity. Say if you're coming out of a recovery week, your body feels good. You get to a good intensity. You can really push it, and then you can work on certain components, and then you can see how it's affecting that. And that's why you need this. If not, you just said, hey, that felt good. It could have gone down. And sometimes this will tell you, wow, that felt great, but it went down. Okay, so something didn't work as well. At the same time, too, you need video to do video analysis so you can understand what's going on. If you're not doing all this in the programs, measuring with these devices, then you're wasting your time. You could just be spinning your wheels. So if you want to get it, go to pocketradar.com. There's a coupon code, TOPVELO, TOPVELO, and you get $30 off, 10% off, because it's $2.99 on regular price, and that's actually a discounted price. So highly recommend you get that. Also with the 2x, 3x programs, and come down to the 3x or 2x camps, which are filling up right now. I would highly recommend you do that. You get a lot of stuff with it. There's no other program or no other camp out there that comes close to what we give you. We typically have a smaller amount of guys than you would normally be in. Our pricing is around the same, and you get so much more stuff. You get a year's worth of training programs. You get 30 to or 50 plus mechanical pitching components in 3x programs on a Kindle, and you get the online training course that actually takes you back through it so you can refresh on it, plus all the time with us, all the video analysis, the biometric analysis. It's really endless. You're not going to get that anywhere else, guys, so I highly recommend you get that going ASP. What's our question for the day? Nathan Wells asks, any thoughts on developing a device app that measures pitchers' speed and movements in real time similar to ZEP for hitters? Nathan, good question. I'm not really intrigued by apps that measure or measurements coming from the ball to the plate. I would rather measure how we got energy to the ball. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on getting more stuff to you guys, technology to you guys to help measure what you did to get force in the ball and get that movement. Because not a lot of companies out there doing that. So that's what I'm working to do. It's a lot harder because we're measuring, mechanical movements, we're measuring force production, stuff like that. So that's really where I'm going. I understand, I think those are valuable too, but not as valuable as what I believe the body's trying to do. And if we can measure that, the better we can understand what we're actually doing, what's going on. So that's a good question, but that's where we're heading to learn and develop technology is more in getting what we do to get force to the ball. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'm really excited for some of the ideas that Brent's come up with and the future of where Top Velocity is heading and some of the stuff that's going down the road. Don't want to go into too much detail with it because Brent will get mad at me. But
yeah, we don't want to give out the secrets until we're there. You know? We don't want our competitors to know what we're doing. So when we launch it, they're way behind us, right? That's what we do. Hey, we're going to tell you eventually. Don't think we're going to hide it from you. But yeah, we want to make it a little surprise. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, good question. Next question. Dan asks, hey, Coach, just wondering how much velo I would gain from 3X pitching, saving up for it. Hey, Dan, really excited that you're saving up a program. I think that's a great approach. A lot of guys come up to me, program's so expensive. Like, it's so much money. You don't understand what be a college or a high school student. Yes, I do. And I was broke. And I snuck in and got a lot of free training. And at the same time, too, then I invested. And I invested a lot of money in what I needed because I knew I needed it. And that's when you invest. You invest when you know you need something. And that's why this is a good investment, because I want you to be sure. Because I know when you make this investment, you're going to make sure you don't screw around with it. It's one of those investments that you're going to know there's a lot of hard-earned cash involved, and you're going to be serious about it. Tell you the truth, that's a lot of why I keep the price high, because I want to weed out the guys that just want to try things. I want the guys that really want to commit. I might even want to raise the prices one day. People tell me I should keep raising them because I want guys to commit. I've had less refunds. I've much had no refunds once I put the prices where they are. When I used to have cheap prices, I thought I was helping guys. I got all these guys that want to just try things, cherry pick it, get out, and then refund. And it was annoying. It wasn't the caliber of a player I wanted in here. It wasn't the commitment level I wanted. So making you commit financially is huge here. And when we get here, we're going to give you more than the value you've paid for. So don't feel like, am I going to get this value? You're going to get more than what you paid for, I promise you. And if you compare it to anything else, it's like comparing it, if you look at the lessons that we are giving you in these programs, it wouldn't even come close. You'd spend 10 times more money if you were paying for it in lessons as opposed to in one lump sum getting everything. But what I'm seeing where you are, Dan, once again, excited you're coming to the programs. What I'm seeing is, you're just getting started, man. You're just a beginner, and I think you're in a great place, and you have a great understanding of movement, and you're very controlled coming out of your leg lift, but you're not dynamic at all. So dynamic, explosive movements are something you're going to have to start to develop and prepare for and train, and it takes time, and that's really what we do with 3X programs. At the same time, too, your front leg is struggling without really a dynamic stride. Your front leg's is a major problem right now. That's the only thing I saw that was big, because when we get more dynamic, that thing needs to be even better, and it's already struggling. So I think you got a good set to work with. I think you really need to develop more athleticism. I think that's going to be key, but at your age, that's normal. And there's a lot that you can do. You're easily a 10 to 15 mile an hour guy, if you do this the rest of your career and working hard to get there. So what do you think?
Yeah, so I like to think with just anybody coming into the program that the potential is really, it's endless for what you can do if you just stick to it for a period of time. Consistency is key. If you're one of those guys who comes in and thinks, hey, I'm going to do this for a month and I'm going to be throwing 90 miles per hour, then this isn't the program for you. That's what we've been saying all along. But if you're one of those guys that's saying to yourself, you know what, I don't care how hard I need to work or how long it's going to take me, I'm going to keep pushing through and I'm going to reach my goals of what I want to become, then your potential is really endless.
Exactly. So I think that's why I'm excited for you to get into the program. But at the same time, too, what I said up front, you've got to commit. And that's really what makes or breaks this whole thing, is if you're willing to commit and you really did commit, that means you're going to be successful. And if you don't, unfortunately, in this program, you're not going to be successful. So be ready for that. And that's what you got to sit down and tell yourself, am I ready for this? Okay. Good question. All right. If you have a question, go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, at TopVelocity, hashtag pitch tips, hashtag baseball tips. Ask your question, answer on the show. Go to pocketradar.com, TopVelo for 10% off. Go to 2X or TopVelocity.net for the 2X, 3X programs. Sign up for the camps or get the programs. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. We'll see you on the next episode.
We them boys.